So it was announced recently that the city of Madison, Wisconsin might be receiving $80 million from the federal government for the city's rapid transit busing program. And this is probably like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of for so many reasons. First off, nobody is even riding the buses. Lots of people in Madison are still riding out that COVID weekly check, and as a result, businesses that are open can't even fill positions they need, so some places are just staying closed because of that. On top of it, the riots of last year destroyed the already crippling businesses. You had all of these storefronts that were barely surviving because of the months of COVID, and then as spring turned into summer and the riots started in Madison, it killed any business coming into downtown Madison. And from last count, I believe there was about 70 different businesses that all closed just last summer. And from what I've seen of photos and video people have put up of riding the bus system in Madison, you're not seeing more than 3 or 4 people on the bus. And even if there was this greater need to improve the busing in Madison, Wisconsin, $80 million is an extreme amount of money. Especially considering you're talking about a town that's got businesses that are gone. You've got homeless now encamped in front of those businesses. You've got a heroin epidemic. You've got homeless people on the corners of every on-ramp and off-ramp to the belt line, which is the highway system of the town. The entire town is being run by idiots. The mayor is the most incompetent politician possibly in the state. And you've got a school board and a city council in large part being run by people with no college education who don't understand economics at all. And in the last 6 years, the town has completely been taken over by crime, and every single day for years now, you have car thefts all around the city. You've got people going and finding Toyota Priuses just so they can steal the catalytic converters out of them. You've got all sorts of theft and robbery going on, and you could take a quarter of that $80 million and spent wisely, you could really help to eradicate homelessness in the town, actually get these people into programs to get them working, get them housing, drug rehabilitation. But instead of dealing with the homeless and getting them off the streets, improving their lives, actually being, a good, empathetic society, we're going to focus on a unneeded busing system, which I'm sure will end up in the pockets of the cronies. You're going to have a lot of fraudulent nonprofit organizations offering to do surveys and studies, and this is the type of town that they will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on studies. They pay private organizations hundreds of thousands of dollars to do studies, to give them recommendations, when they already have city attorneys and people working in city government whose job it would actually be to figure out data. But they just outsource again and again and again, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars basically, to private organizations to make recommendations that they don't even necessarily do anything with in the end. And so if they give $80 million to this busing boondoggle, a lot of it's going to pay for luxury apartments or luxury offices, I should say, for, private organizations, and it's going to be lining the pockets of a lot of people that are in with the city government, or those who make the most amount of noise. It's a giant boondoggle.